Hello, humans of Earth. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Gabe, and I'm going to be showcasing basically how I do stuff in my life, how I make some artworks and, kind of the behind the scenes things like that. I have a few different ideas that I've been overthinking. I'm sure many of you can relate to that, and I decided just to go ahead and get started. So today, as this is going to be my first video and my intro video, I've been meaning to refresh my self-portrait, so I'm going to show you how I do my self-portraits. So thank you for coming along. Okay, so first thing is you got to get ready, right? So I am going to do my hair, makeup, because I'm a mom, so I don't really, this is kind of what you see is what you get here. But, for self-portrait, it's, want to take a picture of it so I look nice and I won't have to hopefully do it again for another 2 years. So, okay. Yeah, so I'm going to do my hair. Sit you up there. So I'm going to do my hair in a Dutch braid because that's kind of just what I've been rocking so far. As you can see, my hair is pretty long, so I will either speed this up or edit it, whatever. So I actually learned how to braid my hair through YouTube videos. I watched several, and I actually learned how to cut a mohawk by watching YouTube videos too. So I'm really excited to actually be joining the platform because it's such a great place to learn how to do stuff. So just kind of doing my hair. Guys have it so easy. They just spray on some cologne and head out the door. If a chick were to show up to work without any makeup, they'd be deemed unprofessional. What is that? I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, please, in the comments, but just saying. We've been so conditioned. All right, and so, I'm just going to go with my regular kind of dark, moody-ish eye. It's weird too. I really don't like to put on makeup in front of my kids because I just don't feel like I do. I have a daughter and 2 sons, and they're all pretty young yet, but especially just in front of my daughter, I don't want her to feel like she has to put on makeup to be beautiful, right? Because she doesn't. And I know I really don't either, but for the purposes of self-portrait, this is how I want to portray myself. So I can break down the many reasons why I feel more comfortable wearing makeup. Let's do that. Okay, so I got social conditioning for sure. Second, honestly, to tell you the truth, as I'm doing this, it's pretty fun to have makeup on. It's fun to wear makeup. I do feel like it is pretty. I'm by no means bashing on makeup. It's fun to do, and when it's done well, it looks nice, right? So there's that. And part of I do self-portraits all the time. I must say, as an artist, self-portrait works its way into your repertoire because it's, I'm always on constant self-evolution, and secondly, it's just an easy muse to have. Oh well, nothing to do, self-portrait. Oh, I can photograph myself, which is what I'm going to be showing you how to do. I can draw myself, I can paint myself, and I can portray myself however I want to the viewer. And really it's to me. So like usually when I am doing self-portraits, I'm like, you know, how do I, well, I mean, right now from what I'm doing right now is more of like a business facade self-portrait. So that's what I'm doing. That's why I want to wear the makeup. That's why I want to, you know, just kind of have a more conservative hairstyle, I suppose. You know, just kind of portray myself as someone who gets stuff done. Because I do. And then, you know, there you go. All right, so I store everything in the basement of my apartment, so that's where we're gonna go. It is a cold day in Chicago, so I'm gonna put my sweater on and stuff, as you can see. Okay, so all of my stuff is all the way back here. I keep it. You know, my landlord made like crazy, weird, like dead people jokes when I first was looking into renting the place. How to hide dead bodies down here. So, I mean, it's definitely worthy of that, I guess. Okay, I'm gonna grab this stuff and I'll meet you back upstairs. Okay, so as I said before, it's cold out there and we are going to go ahead and just do this in the living room. It's nice, like natural light today. The sun's like actually out, so we're just gonna get this together. I got my background, my tripod, my lights, my background stand, of course the camera itself, and everything I need to go with that. So we're gonna start setting up. Okay, so I have my camera set up. I actually did a whole section that wasn't recording, so I'm sure any beginning YouTuber can relate. But anyway, I set it up on the tripod. I have it turned on. It is ready to go. I'm going to shoot in aperture priority mode today because that is what I like. I'm going to kind of... I also like using the viewfinder, but for the sake of the video, I'm going to show you the screen here. There you go. So that's our background. We're kind of zoomed in there on that. I also have a stool set up in front of that where I'm going to sit. And then last thing, I'm going to get out my handy little remote shutter release. So I'm gonna do that real quick here. Okay, remote shutter release. I love this thing. It comes in handy for so many things. Really inexpensive to pick up too, so if you get a chance, I highly recommend it. Okay, so in order to set the remote shutter release on your camera, this is a Nikon D5300, you have to go back here and push this button here. It'll bring up the screen and then you go to the little remote. It says release mode, quick response remote. Push OK, and now this will work. Okay. So now for the fun part, all that's set up, and now we're going to take pictures for the self-portrait. So anytime you do a self-portrait, you generally want to do like a 45-degree angle to the camera. I'm going to sit like this, shoulders 45, body 45, and then just turn your head so it's not about 90. If you want to be like super cheesy, portrait style, you could tilt your head a little this way. I just clicked it so you could hear the shutter there. Up a little. Okay, now that I just shot 2 shots, I'm going to check to see where I'm at, because I could be just shooting not my face, so I don't know yet. Hold on. So, yep, not shooting my face. Okay, so we're gonna tilt this bad boy up a little bit. And there we go. Okay. Do it again. And now you get to play. This is really the fun part of the self-portrait setup. Like, hey guys. The only thing about shooting with the shutter release is that it has to be pointing at the camera. You can't really be doing like, oh, I'm hiding it, because it won't. You have to be like, oh, you know, point it, and then somehow, hopefully, it gets to where you want it to be. So, some serious ones. I smile. Again, a lot of times I do have another light set up over here, or work with an off-camera flash. I'm not doing any of that today. It's a really nice day outside. It's sunny, so I feel like I have enough light. I don't need it, so. Okay, so let's see what we got. Okay, looking good. I want to do, hi, sorry. Nice view, right? I want to do a couple verticals, so I'm going to change my camera. So I'm just going to adjust the tripod foot here, and then make sure that is tightened. I'm going to come around here, again, tighten up the screw, because you don't want to lose your camera. That would be bad. Okay, so then that's in good. Move it just a little bit. And I'm ready for the vertical. Shot. So here we go. You know, as you can see, I don't need my my shutter release. I didn't have to reprogram that or anything. It'll just keep going until the end of the shoot. So just for fun, we'll do something like this, like, hey, hey. You know, I can do my hands at my face if I want. This isn't really like a posing thing. I'm not really talking about poses here. I'm just doing your run-of-the-mill. This is how I do my self-portraits that are gonna be my replacement for Facebook, LinkedIn, my website, probably my YouTube, and that'll be that. I mean, everyone needs a good self-portrait. So, now that we're finished with our shooting phase, it's time to clean everything up, and then I will come back and show you what it's like. I'll take you through my editing workflow. So, see you soon. All right, so we are back a couple days after I did my self-portrait photo shoot, and I'm just going to show you how I enter my work into Lightroom and kind of touch things up before I set out the final project to my social media. All right, so here we go. Okay, so spoiler alert, I opened up my Lightroom and I don't have enough money in my bank account to pay this month's fee. So I'm about 66 cents short, which really puts me back on my schedule. So you see right there, Mama needs to pay. Mama needs to pay. So I got all these transfer actions happening, and but instead of doing that, I want to really show you like what I got going on anyway, because I feel like I really don't need to edit them that much. I'm gonna open them up and just show you what we got, and then I'm gonna make the video and publish it. So here we go. All right, so here are all the images from the shoot. I'm going to go ahead and open this up. It should just open up in my regular viewing. Okay, so obviously that was the first one. That didn't work out too well. Okay, then I looked at my camera. As you can see, I can't use that one. I have a little background edge there. I could probably just crop it and save it. I mean, I have a photo editing, then I don't. I really like that one. It's cute. You can see my remote. I like my expression. A little off screen there. That one's nice. See the whole, all these, like the background, it needs to be cropped. Okay, so the vertical ones, here we are. I really do like the heart. That one's cute. I mean, again, I think I would want to crop that just to get my hand out of there. So, those are okay. Shows my belly a bit, which I'm, it's fine. It is, that's me. It's so weird looking at pictures of yourself because you're just like, oh. And my cat dutifully sat for me at the end. What a sweet boy. We rescued him about a month ago, so he did a good job. All right, so I'm going to pick one of these and we'll see you in the internet world. Thanks for watching.